What's going on YouTube? This is Jabber Tech, and today we're just doing a walk and talk with Jabber. I just unboxed this iPhone X not too long ago, and I'm taking it out, taking some photos, taking some video, and doing this live stream from the iPhone X. So let me know how it looks, what the quality is like with the audio, and just the overall quality. This is Apple's latest and greatest iPhone. So let's see how it does in everyday situations with background noise, wind, people, etc., etc. So yeah, guys, this is the iPhone X, and that brings up a good point. Now we're really at the end of flagship season, so all the great phones have already been announced and released. And which ones do you think are the best phones of 2017? Even if you're not in the market for one, what do you think the best phone is? Which one was the most hyped up and let you down the most? Which one was the least hyped but actually turned out to be a stunner? I don't know. For me, the essential phone was the phone that I was looking forward to the most, but they just dropped the ball on it. Now at the $500 price mark, it definitely is more attractive. Well, the $450 mark plus taxes, so here in New York City, that's close to $500. At $700, that phone was absolute garbage, just did not uphold its end of the bargain. So at $450, it's definitely more attractive and definitely a good buy. But I was most looking forward to that phone, but unfortunately, like I said, they just dropped the ball on that one. I'm sure it will get better over time, and as time goes on too, everybody, the price just becomes cheaper and cheaper. So that's always good too, that helps it out. Another phone that I was disappointed about was the LG V30. Now, I'm a huge fan of the V series phones, and you guys know that, but the V30, I don't know what's up with LG, man. They just announce phones way too early and just don't ship them until way later on when everyone's forgotten about them. So announcing the phone in August is cool, but why aren't they shipping until mid-October? That just makes no sense. Why not hold the announcement until the end of September and tell everybody, hey, listen, we're shipping in 2 weeks. Come get your pre-order on, order the phone. So for me, I was looking into the V30, but unfortunately, I really just forgot about the phone. They just took too long to announce it, and I moved on to greater things. And by greater things, I mean the actual Note 8. The Note 8 I really wasn't hyped on. I really was not into Samsung products anymore, but they really surprised me the most, and they gave me a much better option than everyone else. I was pleasantly surprised. The S Pen, I forgot how much I love that thing. The screen is absolutely gorgeous. And let's just talk about that. Samsung is one of those companies that gets yelled at, that everybody's mad at, and says, hey, look, Samsung gives you everything but this kitchen sink. Why do they have to make their own apps? Why do they have to make their own Bixby when Google Now works just fine? And yeah, I get that. I always said a pure stock Samsung phone, like they did back in the day with the Google edition, that's the way to go. But Samsung doesn't do that. I get it. They're making their own branding. They're being the next Apple. Well, they are the Apple in the Android world. So I get what they're trying to do. It's a whole ecosystem. They get you to buy into it. So I understand. And speaking of Samsung, they give you the entire kitchen sink, wireless charging, waterproofing, headphone jack. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Apple and Google, removing that headphone jack. They give you the best screen possible. They give you the Note. They give you super fast Wi-Fi speeds, LTE speeds. So they really do give you everything but the kitchen sink. And I appreciate that more and more. So I'm just hoping I don't fall for the Samsung lag. I know that kicks in after a couple months with Samsungs. And those of you that have the S8 or the S8 Plus, let me know if the Samsung lag has actually kicked in for you guys. And what other phones came out this year? We had the HTC U11. HTC, they just, unfortunately, they were one of the leaders in the Android market, but they just fell off. They need to really bring themselves back and get back in the game. That one kind of fell off for me. What else did you have? The iPhone 8. We're not even going to talk about that. That's the iPhone 7s. Of course, the iPhone X, which I'm using right now. I wish you guys would let me know how the quality is. What do you think about it? This phone actually surprised me too. As I mentioned in my unboxing, this is more like an Android phone in an iPhone body. That's basically what it is. Finally, they gave us wireless charging. They gave us waterproofing last year, but They gave it to us again. Sadly, they removed the headphone jack, but that's not really a big deal. And finally, the edge-to-edge screen, getting rid of the stupid home button. I'm glad everyone's getting away from the home button, but I'm really not sure about this Face ID. It has struggled on me a little bit right now today, and I've just been using it for a day. So let me keep testing it and let you know how it goes. But we also had Face ID on Android for years and years and years, so that really is not a big thing at all. And the Note 7 did debut the iris scanning. The Note 8, the iris scanning is pretty damn good. So Apple really, I think, is just playing catch up with Android. And I know they take their time and they say they do it best, but I don't know if I fall for that at all. They just take their time because basically, let's be honest, everyone, they know they can milk it, and milk it they do. They'll probably keep this iPhone X design for the next 6 years and just call it the XS, XL. I don't know what they're gonna do next time, but that's basically it. And what else came out? Pixel 2. Oh man, Pixel 2 XL is another one of those phones that I really wanted. There's nothing beats a pure Google phone. That's just really the best thing. And let's just show that water. But yeah, pure Google, you can't beat it. But unfortunately, the whole screen gate, you know, the blue tint, I was not going to really worry about the blue tint, but then you came out with burn-in already, and that's just unacceptable. You can't really have burn-in within a week or two of owning a phone. And let's see if we get that. There we go, Rockefeller Center, New York City. But yeah, the blue tint, I really was not going to hold that against it. The 6P had a blue tint, and you know, it is what it is. But then the burn-in, and then you got a whole bunch of other issues with like crackling on the speakers. This is like Nexus 6P problems and Nexus 6 problems all over again. And I just don't understand why Google can't get it together. So Google did push some updates, and hopefully the phone does get better, but man, I'm just gonna pass on the Pixel 2 XL this year. Unfortunately, it's just, after looking at it in person, I did go to a Verizon store the other day, took a look at the Pixel 2 XL, and man, that screen is trash. Absolutely garbage. It reminds me like of the S6 days, where AMOLED screens were finally getting really good. But mind you folks, that's like 2 to 3 years away from Samsung's current flagships, and it's just unacceptable in 2017 to release a screen that should have been released in 2015, 2014. Unacceptable for that $1,000 price mark. If Google dropped the price like Essential did and say, hey look, we're gonna take $300 off this phone, now it's gonna be $700, now it's gonna be $650, you could definitely say, all right, I'll give them a pass for $650. It's still a great device, you can't beat it. 128 built in, awesome. But at the $1,000 price point, nah man, I can't get on board with that, and I'm definitely not. And the one way to show these companies that you really don't care about their brand name is with your marketing dollars. Go pick up this iPhone X, I'll let you know about my review, but go pick up a Note 8, go pick up the HTC U11, which actually was a really nice phone. Go pick up something else and show Google, like, listen, you release a crappy product, I don't care if you are Google, I'm not gonna release it. But that's just me. And what other phone came out? We had the Razer phone. I'm not really too hyped on the Razer phone personally, but it does look pretty cool, pretty nice. And what else we got? That's about it. I'm sure I missed one or two. I'm sure you guys will let me know what other phone you thought about as we go on this walk and talk with Jabber, walking down 5th Avenue, New York City with the iPhone X. Definitely nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it so far. This camera, this phone is really awesome. I'm digging it. I don't mind the notch on it at all. You really don't notice it after a while. Really not a big deal. But this is a little walk and talk session. Anyway guys, I'm gonna continue on my way. I'm gonna shoot some 4K video, shoot my Note 8 4K video, do a little comparison coming up next couple of days or so. And let me know if you appreciate this. Thumbs up and subscribe. And this has been a walk and talk with Jabber. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.